Right, so calling CQ for the first time. Oh, let's get the microphone so you can hear me a wee bit better. I had an email today I get a lot of emails from people who are just interested in, my advice and whatever else, because, why not really? And he just wanted a little bit more clarification over calling CQ. I've just reviewed the video I did nearly 18 months ago, actually calling CQ for the first time. But he had a couple of questions, and in my answer, I realised that I'd missed a couple of things out in the original video I did. Okay, I find calling CQ really easy. Sometimes I don't live stream and call CQ. I'm just on my own, I'm just calling CQ and see what happens. So the technique is, okay, because this particular operator was interested in a 20 metre band. He said, what do I do? So on a 20 metre band, if you want to kind of get out the way a bit and don't compete with all the big stations, what I find, okay, is that from about 14.678, 08 that is, 18 through to about 14.260, you've got what I call the heavyweights, okay? So if you go somewhere sort of 260, 270, 280, 290, I find it's generally a little bit quieter, okay? So it's very simple. I always say the question, right, is the frequency in use. Let's you get out of jail card a couple of times on my live stream in the last 4 years. I've forgotten to say that, and I've clomped somebody right on the head. Now, Jim and I were talking not so long ago, and Jim's got a different perspective of this, to say you've got a VFO, go anywhere you want. It doesn't have to be 14.283, whatever.
One guy says you need to be on an even-numbered frequency like 14202 or 7202. No.
But the trouble is, a lot of radios are channelized these days. They go click, 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 283, 284, 285. I like having zeros there. Not in a contest so much, but I like having zeros there because people can definitely net into me. They go, oh, he's on the zero, and they net it right in, okay? So is the frequency in use?
It's checking the frequency is definitely clear.
I pick my frequency, and I normally pick something with a 3 or a 7 at the end, because I don't want to be on a 5 or a 0. The biggest stations I find are on the 285 or on 290. So I go 3 or 7 or 8. Do you know what I mean? That's what I like to do. Right, I have a checklist for you in a minute as well. And then I'll call CQ. And be prepared to call CQ for 20 minutes, to be honest, if that's what it takes, particularly if it's on a weekday afternoon. You know what I mean? Because a lot of big operators, or operators who would normally answer you, are going to be busy on a Tuesday afternoon. They'll be out shopping, or they'll be at work, or they won't have their radio on. Okay, so if you want to do this, maybe a Sunday afternoon, you get a little bit more people on. So pick your time and day and everything. If the band's wide open, that's fine. But if you want to call CQ, and I encourage you to do that, then I don't need to teach you how. I've got a picture here. I'll put that link, if I remember it, in the description. It's just a bit of history on CQ and everything else. I don't think, by the way, it ever meant seek you, SEEKYOU. Otherwise, it would have been SY, right? And it's not. It's CQ. I think it came from the French, actually. But anyway, that's beside the point. CQ, hello. Mike 0, Mike Charlie X-ray. I've often said, in fact, Aid Larson, who I thought had passed away or something in a bloody pandemic business, but he got in touch with me recently. He used to say, call CQ like your life depends on it, So in other words, just sound relatively enthusiastic. If it's CQ, hello. M0 MCX, people are going, what the hell? Pass or buy. Hello, CQ.
Hello, Mike 0, X-ray Tango.
And listening, or over. Finally, let's get to the nub of this. You get through to somebody. So here's the tick list for you, okay? You just have in the back of your name that you want to collect, and you want to give to him your name, QTH, Doesn't need to be the village that nobody's heard of. Texas is fine, or Southwest England is fine, all right? Name, QTH, and a signal report. So they're the main things. I would also have in your back pocket on your check sheet just what the radio is. You don't need to see the microphone, what coax connectors you've got. I sometimes say, hey, what radio is that? And I get a whole station rundown, right through to they're running Linux or something. I just want to know the radio. Give them your radio, and if you have to, give them the antenna if they ask a question, all right? Just a couple of things. Obviously, your name. We've done all that. And then get out. Just say, thank you very much for your contact. Thanks for the 57. It's very kind of you. And I would like to see who else I can get today. So hopefully, if you hear me again, come and say hello. It's been really nice talking to you, George. I'd bid you farewell, and 73 M0MCX. Over. And he'll close down fine, happily. And you go back to CQ again. All right? I think if it's your first time, having a check sheet, all right, or a tick list by your sign. Now, if you look in the description, there's my check sheet that I recommend for you. All right. So, other than that, you're not doing anything wrong. Have confidence. Nobody can tell you off. All right. And if they do, they've got something wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with you. All right. Good. Next video's here. Playlist for you there. Have a jolly good week. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.